Everybody. It is Monday morning, and I am your party artist. My name's Kim Overholt. I'm here at my studio, Overholt Art and Entertainment Studio, and today is Cartooning Monday. And Cartooning Monday, I missed it last week, but I'm here this week to do it with you. I am so stoked about it. I hope you're ready for a little bit of help with doing cartooning. Now, if you've never drawn before, this is a great way to start. I've always said to many people, what I usually do is I'm a painter, and well, painter, I am an artist. So I paint portraits and I paint all kinds of landscapes, seascapes, floral and still lives and things like that. And people are always saying to me, well, the first time they always try, I don't even know how to draw a straight line. This is the place you go to learn how to draw a straight line. This is where I start you right from the bottom and give you all the tips that you need to know to get yourself started with doing your own thing, being your own artist. Okay, so I always say, we got to start with the basics. You know your ABCs and your one, two, threes, and you went to school. If you're still going to school, good for you. If you're out of school and you're just trying this for something new to do, good for you. And let me give you a little bit more light on the situation. Make it a little bit brighter in here. There we go. That's a little bit brighter. There we go. Now you can kind of see a little bit better too. And welcome, like I say, welcome to learning how to draw straight off the bat. Anyway, this is actually too bright. Sorry, I always say I'm ready to go, and there's always something that's kind of like, oh no, I shouldn't have done that. Anyways, there. Let's get started with just showing you the basics of how to get started, okay? So, you've never drawn before, okay? Well, obviously you've picked up a pen. A pen is just like a regular, ballpoint pen that you'd get maybe in school as well. You can start with simple as a pen, or even do something more simply, grab a pencil. Now, with pen, it's hard to erase. So when you start working with pen, you better make sure you know your lines. So when I get you started, I usually tell people, make sure you have a plethora of things in front of you too. So not just, hold on a second, because I have my pencil case that I keep all of my pencils, pens, erasers, um, sharpeners. This is the basics. I mean, you can jump on a computer and start drawing on your actual, if you have a tablet or something like that, or if you want to try drawing with a mouse, it's very basic. Get you started with just making and that's what you got to do. You got to start moving your hands, and I'll show you. Here's a nice little eraser. This is a kneadable eraser. It's great to have because you want to get those little fine points. You can do it with like the tip over here, or if you want to erase a big part, you got a big eraser chunk to just erase with, okay? An eraser is important to have. And because it is a lifesaver when you're like stuck doing something and all of a sudden it's not turning out right. And as well, you have to have, let me see, where is it? Well, this is pretty fancy. This is a fancy pen. It's got a nib on the end of it. See, there's nice little nib there. That's nice to have if you like to work with colored inks. I do that too. I do calligraphy as well. Didn't think I could do very much, did you? Yeah, I do all kinds of stuff. Okay, so let me try to find that. I can find that pencil. Where's the pencil? Because I'll show you how I use my pencils. Oh, there goes the pen. Okay, let me find it. I have to go dig a little bit. Just give me a second. Oh, the pencil. Oh, there it is. There it is. Now. A well-used pencil, you start with just like, it starts off pretty big, but you start to whittle it down. If you have a favorite pencil, I have some that are so small. I don't know if I can find you another one, just because they're just so small. I have to go digging, looking for them, because they're in the corners somewhere. Because some of them are just like a little, but they've worked so well, just being, a pencil. Real simple, real easy. So a pencil, just like that, like this. And something to draw on, and your eraser. And when I get you to start drawing, I tell people, when you write your ABCs and one, two, threes like this. When you start doing drawing, forget how you hold onto your pencil, because now if you start drawing something and you do this, you're going to start smudging and everything. This is where you change your whole life by just changing the way you hold your pencil. So you hold your pencil more like you're holding on to a drumstick. See, you get your thumb here, and you can put it like that. See, and start drawing like this instead. Now, like I say, this is like just I'm just doing like I just did like a little squiggle, but we can start by doing like the shapes, like your basic shapes, the triangle, the circle, and the square. These are your basic shapes to start with, and everything that you can kind of draw or create are basically all come from very basic shapes. We use them all the time, interact with them. You see them in literature, you see them in your drawing, you see them when you do ABCs, and you do your 1, 2, 3. You can start seeing shapes. There's a shape. There's a shape. You know, we can all create things by just taking the shape and making it into something else. We can change the way it looks and make it into something else. And this is just very, very basic. This is how you start drawing and painting. Some mistakes that people may make along the way is thinking that they have to, you know, make sure every line is perfect. You don't have to worry about that. That comes with time and practice. And there's this really weird thing. It's called muscle memory. And it does the wildest things. Muscle memory, it gets you to the point where you don't even have to think about it anymore. Your body will just start doing it on its own without even thinking about it, making like circles like it's nothing. And just basic. You just start with the basics of just making all kinds of shapes. Make the shapes, then take your pen and then this is a part where you can start making it. Once you've got a solid shape, you color it in, or you make this go over it, the shape. You erase the pencil, and then you color it in with a pencil crayon, or you can make all kinds. This is where you can start getting into colors and making it different dimensions. You can use different mediums to color and create. And then there you go, yourself. You've got yourself established with starting to draw. As soon as you get like making all those basic shapes, you're into the next step, which is, find a favorite artist that you like. If even if you like my stuff, follow along with me, see what the other stuff that I've drawn before in the past, or any of your favorite artists that you are, kind of kin to. See what they do. What's their technique? What's their secret? I always say, artists don't steal per se, but they do like to mimic a lot of very influential people, and there's nothing wrong with mimicking somebody that you like, so to give you an idea of someone that you like I love my nana, so I want to kind of emulate her, and she's the one who taught me how to draw, so I want to show you that it's not that hard. You can do it too. And she was an old lady when she was showing me, and I picked it up like it was nothing because I wanted to do it. It was something I wanted. And when you have a passion for something, that's the other thing that you got to find for yourself is your own passion. Because if you don't want to do this, you think, oh, this is not what I wanted to do. This is starting you right from the basics and getting you to the next step. So you practice these, you do your numbers, your letters, your shapes, your colors, and with enough practice and enough skill, stolen from Rhinley, you can do things like Inktober and create things like a monster backpack and werewolf shoes or boots, or you can create like a labyrinth, or you can create a demon of some sort. You can create all kinds of different creatures and things that you never thought possible, trying the impossible to make it look right. Tally ho, my fine seed, says the swamp thing to a rhinoceros. Yeah, yeah. So stuff like that, and you once you get started, will be surprised of how far you can go. And it all starts with just picking up a pencil and an eraser and on paper, just drawing the basics, just getting you started. Now, I, over the course of last summer, I started to get you guys into doing more than just doing these. I got you into talking about doing character design and creating your own cartoon. And that was what we got into last summer. Now, I created my own character called Luna Sparkles, and let me see if I have an extra picture of maybe Luna Sparkles in here. Um, yeah, here. I was just getting some ideas of how to continue with Luna Sparkles. Hold on. She's over here somewhere. Hold on. Yeah. So she kind of looks like that. All right. So that's my pencil drawing of Luna Sparkles. That's what she looks like. But now she's made graphic and digital. So now she actually has her own YouTube channel, and I have her doing her own read along channel. So this is, just from starting and doing the basics, it can push you in the right direction, especially now that there's this great thing called AI that can give you that extra little bit of help and knowledge along the way to get you to doing the right things. Now, I've been lately getting into doing pet portraits and things like that. So I love doing that kind of thing. I love portraits and drawing people, but I also love drawing baby pets, the things that you love, the things that you love to see. I want to make it fun for you. Now I'm extending it too as well. I wanted to show you this. There we go. This is one of my, you can do figurines if you want to. Maybe start painting figurines. And I don't know if I gave you a close up, but I made his eyes looks kind of cute. Let me see if you can look at you. Looks almost real. But there you go. He's got a silver spoon, so that just goes to show you. He may look like he's a hobo, but he's actually doing pretty good. Look at those. Look at that. He's pretty good, eh? And the funny thing, like, my sister got this for me. She says, you love clowns. I said, yes, I love clowns. So, and I made one for my mom years and years ago for Mother's Day. Not exactly this one, but when I made it for her, I made it with watercolors. The unfortunate thing of doing it with watercolors is that as soon as she picked it up and started moving it around, the paint came off in her hand. So this one is done in acrylics, and this one the paint will not come off in your hand. If anything, I spread it around into different spots, and I had to go repaint over some spots that got a little bit too much something. And I may still add like little patterns in there. He's got this little carpet bag. I might add like little patterns on the carpet bag. Carpet bags do have that kind of thing, and maybe even add some patterns onto his jacket. This is just like another thing that you can do if you don't draw. Maybe there's painting. Figurine painting is kind of fun to do. You got to find where your passion is. I have so many passions. I really do. I'm also trying to get my hand into, well, I used to be a magician's assistant, and I used to be a clown, and I've also been trying to get my head around thinking about going live and talking to everybody, doing a little stand up, that kind of thing, trying it out, see what happens. I've got the gift for gab, and I thought, could give it a shot and see what happens. What do you think? No, I'm kidding. Yeah, actually, all kidding aside, I really do enjoy animation, and I really when I went to school, I went to Sheridan College for art fundamentals and classical animation. I really did want to work for Walt Disney, and some of the paintings that I've done over the years, like something like this, where there's basic shapes in here too. If you can find the triangles, you can see the triangles, you can see the squares, and like things like that are the things that kind of got me interested in wanting to work for Walt Disney really when I really learned the truth that I love working more for myself. I love doing my own paintings. Do you like this painting? Would you like to learn how to paint like this? I do paint like this. This is mine. So you can paint this way too. I can show you. But do you want to? If you really, really want to, look me up, KimOverholt.com, because I do have .com, and I can show you how to do stuff like that. Or like I say, I'm good with portraits. So I always loved doing portraits, and one of my favorite guys to do a portrait of is Stevie Ray Vaughan. Um, I love Stevie Ray Vaughan ever since he came out in the circuit back in the 80s. I was always a big fan, but unfortunately never got a chance to meet him. He was actually over at Front 54 one time in a place nearby here, and I just kick myself for not having the opportunity of meeting him. But I think it was probably back when I was in college, and I was there and he was here. So unfortunately, I never got a chance to meet him. But I did meet Stompin' Tom, and Stompin' Tom's hilarious. And you know what? If you love any kind of music that is fun and funny, it has to be Stompin' Tom. Stompin' Tom was not like Johnny Cash or anything. I mean, Stompin' Tom tried to sound like Johnny Cash, dressed in black like Johnny Cash, but he was hilarious. He was more like Tom Bombadil. If you're a fan of Tom Bombadil, if you know who Tom Bombadil is. Anywho, yeah, that's Lord of the Rings kind of thing. I love. Oh, I gotta tell you, I just released my third book. So hold on a second. Hold on. My Plight of Time, and I know this is backwards. So, sorry, I'm just getting attacked by my plant. I'm sorry. So I've got 2 books out now, and I've got a third on the way, and it's just getting cleared through now. Yeah. So My Plight of Time, Part 3. It's called. Oh gosh, I can't even think right now. The convergence of no, this is the convergence of worlds, and this is the unraveling of the threads of destiny. And my next one is the descendants of creation. Yeah, with Ryan continuing his journey with his sister, and it's going to be it's a great story. I read it over again before I released it, and I'm like, wow. Yeah, I want it to kind of be like the Lion, the Witch, and the Wardrobe kind of thing, and it has that feel to it. I love it, and I hope you love it too. As soon as it comes out, I'll let you know, and you can grab one for yourself as well. So I'm so happy, and you know what? Over the course of the weekend too, I released a little bit of stuff that I did as Jerome the Gnome. I told you guys I was dressing up as Jerome the Gnome and getting out there and doing, just being me. I love art, and I also love theater, and I also love music. There is nothing that I don't love. I love life. Life is what you make it, and that's what I've always been telling people since I don't know since yeah. I've always been this hype, but yeah, I've been telling you forever. Life's what you make it, because I was told that, and it took me forever to grasp the concept. But now that I know, you guys, do what you love, figure it out for yourself. Start withdrawing and going from, and don't withdraw, but start withdrawing from drawing from all the things that you've learned, drawing from that process, and building on yourself, because only you can walk through that door of whatever it is that you're trying to go through. I can only show you the door. It is you that has to walk through it and go through that. And oh my gosh, I'm so excited about what's coming, and I hope you are too. And like I say, with my Luna Sparkles, that's just like ground level. We're just starting out there. With the other things that I got coming, with more paint parties, and I have more stuff. There's always more stuff. I can tell you all day about all the great things that are coming, but I want you to kind of have a look for yourself. Now, if you want to check out my website, KimOverholt.com, that's great too. If you want to party with me with paint, you can come to NiagaraArtParties.com as well. I got a .com for that as well. Yes. And I'd love it. I'd love it. I just got 85 subscribers now. This is wonderful. And if you want to be 86 or 70, you want to get me up to 90, you want to get me to a 100 subscribers, that would be a fantastic thing. I'd be more than happy to entertain and give you more stuff about art. Now, today is Cartooning Monday, and just giving you a quick start with cartooning and drawing. You can get into stuff like, hold on, I'll show you. with doing stuff like this, you can get yourself into a comic book art where you can just take a bunch of blank and start drawing comics, cartoons, drawings, all kinds of things. You got to get on this. I'm on it. I can show you what I'm doing, and if you need any help with anything, you just let me know. I am more than happy to help you guys anytime you need, anytime, because that's what I'm here for. I'm here to help you guys as well. I know. Do you like my little extra strings here? I'm trying to get my age. I'm trying to act more mature. I'm getting mature, or I like to call it the ugly stage. Oh, what was it? The beginning of the end. It's the beginning of the end, and I want to look my best because I know, I'm mature now. I gotta show like I'm mature. Let me pretend like I'm mature by showing you how to do cartoons. I know that's not very mature, but it is great when you get started doing it, and when you do it for yourself, you feel great. Hold on a second, I gotta go put this back on. All right, so I'm getting attacked by my plant. See, here's my plant here. There we go. Here's my plant. All right, cheers, everybody. I got some to drink here. Cheers. So yeah, I draw. I do books. I do art. I do music. I've got my hands in everything because I want to embrace everything like you do. You know what I mean? If you want to be trying something, you got to try. You can't just stop and say, "Oh well, I guess that's not." Have you? Did you try? Yeah, I try. I think I've tried almost everything once, and I usually say I know enough to be dangerous. I call myself a dangerous clown, even though I'm retired now. Retired clowns usually don't have to worry too much about that kind of thing. But I used to try. I used to accidentally try and poke people with my balloons and stuff. Like the Spanish Inquisition. Trying to poke you with the pointy part of a pillow or something. Yeah, that's as mean as I get. Anyways, yeah. So to get back on track and back on topic with cartooning Monday, draw as much as you can. Your hands will remember how to do it. Your brain will just start taking it in and doing it. And I'd love to see what kind of stuff you got scheduled. I'll tell you what I got scheduled coming up. So Tuesday is Magic Tuesday, where I incorporate art and magic, and I give you a tarot card reading, and then we kind of discuss a little bit about how the illusion of art can make so many great things happen. And then we go on to Wednesday, Wellness Wednesday, where art therapy is great for you. And if you want to have a little bit of like calmness, I'm trying to find the perfect spot for us to do a little enhancing calm and a little bit of art where it's like you feel peace and you feel at home. Maybe I'll put in some nice music next time. We'll do our best, and I will show you what you can do for making art part of your wellness routine and feel good about yourself. Now, Thursday is Entertainment Thursday, where I love to grab my ukulele. Let me just show you. Oh. Ah. So I love the ukulele, and on Thursday, I come in and I give you a little bit of a play with my ukulele. I'd be a ham for you because, I love being a ham. Okay. Anyways, yeah, so that's Thursday. And then Friday, oh, I usually try to have it for Feedback Friday, where I love hearing back from you guys, and we can chat up a storm if you want to on Friday. And Friday is also I can make it face painting Friday. That's one of the things I love to do is face painting anything that has to do with F. We can get Frank involved. And add a little bit of face painting, and we'll see where it goes there. No, he doesn't want to be face painted, but I will do face painting Friday if you want, or it's Feedback Friday, where if you want to talk to me, we gab, whatever. All that matters is that every day I got something for you, and if there's something that you want to see, like I want to show you a little bit of tips and tricks like I was showing you with pencils and pens and erasers and stuff like that, just to start with your basics and go from there. And if you want to know any more, just let me know in the comments below and follow along if you want to. It's so great to see more people that are coming here and realizing, you know, art is good for you. Art is good therapy. Art is fun, and art can also lead to so many different things, like being a clown, or drawing clowns, or making clowns, or just being a fool whenever you get the chance to. And on that note, hold on. I always say, okay, yeah, so on that note, I just want to say thank you very much for tuning in for Cartooning Monday here. Draw, 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 draw as much as you can. And let me know how it goes in the comments below. If you want me to check some of your stuff out, let me know in the comments below. Put a link. I will follow. I'd love to be like hanging out and getting to collaborate with somebody with art, because you know what? I've collaborated with a lot of people in the past, and I figure it can work. I figure it can work. And I'm trying to do my best to give you the best that I know of what I know, and that way you can be better than I am. I actually did teach a girl, and she's done a lot with her art since, and I'm proud of her for doing that. I'm still pedaling along kind of slowly, but she's doing great. And do you think she'll help me at all? No, I haven't seen her since. No. But it doesn't matter. All that matters is that you get that feeling inside of something that you want to do with your life, and it makes all the difference. That's all you got to do. Just make something good for you. All right, and good for you for trying. All right, so peace, oh brother, with a little bit added, as my mom used to say. I think she was a fantastic lady. I was just thinking of her now that Mother's Day's coming up, and she used to say to me, sometimes you just don't know what to do. And it's true. Sometimes you just like, but you do the best that you can, right? And I used to go visit her, and she'd be so happy to see me, and I miss that. I really do. And if you have a mom, give her a kiss and hug for me today, because I miss mine, and I'd love to see her again one day. Maybe. So, that's another story. We will talk about that later. I hope you have a great day. Fantastic. Yes, I love you guys. Have a good one, and come see me tomorrow. I will give you a tarot card reading and find out how the rest. The last one was actually pretty interesting, and I think you're going to like this one coming up. So, come see me tomorrow. I will talk to you later, you fantastic, beautiful things out there, and I love you guys. I will have cookies and tea waiting for everybody the next time. So I will see you tomorrow. What do you mean I'm not funny?